Davy, 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 Davy. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Davy J Today. Take a chair or a seat or anything else that's around and strap in. We're in store for a really cool movie review. Today we will be talking about Halloween 2018. This film stars Jamie Lee Curtis, reprising her infamous role as Laurie Strode, and this time Jude Courtney, who will be playing Michael Myers, the infamous serial killer Michael Myers. Legend. This movie also stars Judy Greer and Andi Matichak. Actually, Andi Matichak is introducing Andi Matichak. It was one of those in the credits. So this is one of her first, if not her very first feature films. And if I must say so, I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but she was fantastic. She does play Laurie Strode's granddaughter, but in my honest opinion, she stole the show. I thought she was terrific. Almost the new Laurie Strode, if you will. We'll get into that in a second. Anyways, this film was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's really tough to compare these to, obviously, the original, which came out in 1978. Of course, a classic in its own right. I mean, I'd put the original Halloween up there with Psycho. You know, it is that legendary. It's that epic. It is that classic. Timeless classic. And the thing about classics is that they rarely ever go out of style. That's what makes it classic. But anyways, Halloween 2018, fantastic movie. I really enjoyed it. It's tough to compare it to the original, and of course Halloween 2, which they kind of retconned all the old stuff. Throw it out of here. Let's throw out all the old other sequels, which I believe there's about 7 or 8 of them that they threw away, and they only stuck with Halloween 1. Actually, they threw away 10. Because this is the 11th film, I believe. And a lot of people were pretty upset about this. I wasn't super upset because I had a feeling it would be good enough. The first one had the most original story, I guess you could say. And I knew because it was in the hands of writer and director David Gordon Green, I knew it would be okay. Also, so many awesome producers, including Ryan Turek, and of course, John Carpenter, who's not only doing the music, but he was also, I believe, one of the producers, or executive producer on the film. So he had a little bit of creative input, which is great. And as you all know, John Carpenter, of course, directed and co-wrote the original along with Deborah Hill in 1978. So you want to talk about a resume. John Carpenter, of course, the mastermind behind legendary films such as They Live, The Fog, I can keep going, Assault on Precinct 13, Escape from New York, Escape from Los Angeles, or Escape from LA. Although they don't call Escape from New York Escape from NY, but Escape from LA nonetheless. Also a fantastic film. Yeah, this movie was great. As far as the first act goes, it was a little bit of a slow burn. The journalists, by the way, lots of spoilers coming through as well. So I just want you to know, if you don't want any spoilers, you probably shouldn't be listening to this review in the first place. I should have said that at the beginning. Anywho, let's get back to it. So the first act was terrific, like I said. And what do I mean by terrific? I know I've thrown that word around a lot. I thought it was exceptional. I thought they did a great job at taking Michael Myers very seriously. I mean, after all, let's face this is the guy behind the babysitter murders of 1978. Now, mind you, all the other sequels were cut out, so he's only killed about 5-6 people. The original Halloween are the only amounts of kills that he's had. So he didn't kill a whole police station or anything like that, like in the later sequels. But you know how Halloween 5 kind of makes him kind of a joke a little bit? Michael Myers is to be taken seriously, and I thought that this film did a great job at reestablishing the seriousness of Michael Myers as a mass murderer. And I appreciated that. And that theme stuck throughout the whole entire film. And so, with these journalists who come in from Europe, you later find out that they're podcasters, which I thought that was a really cool modern twist. Something that you wouldn't have gotten even like 15 years ago. So that was a really cool twist. Looking at the trailer, I would have never guessed that they were podcasters. But anyways, that's really cool. So they're doing this expose, kind of this piece on Michael Myers, and after trying to get Michael Myers to speak, which of course he doesn't, they did try everything. They were talking to him about all kinds of what have you, and he even brought the actual mask. One of the guys, his name is Aaron, one of the journalists, quote-unquote journalists, one of the podcasters, brought the old Michael Myers mask. And that really didn't get a rise out of him either. However, we see that he was well aware that they had the mask. So what happens here is, after not getting what they wanted out of Michael, obviously he didn't talk, they went over to Laurie Strode's to try to get a soundbite from her, and she didn't want the interview to be done, and then they said, wait, we have $3,000, and she lets them in. And so they conduct the interview. It's very brief. She says, you don't believe in the boogeyman? Well, you should. All right, get out of my house. Anyways, from there, obviously, Michael catches up to them, takes the mask, and ends up killing him, of course. So then we get to the second act, and this is where it kind of gets a little bit boring with the teeny bopper kind of stuff. What we have is a high school crush, and they go to the fun Halloween dance, and they dress up, and when I say they, I mean Andi Matichak's character, Laurie Strode's granddaughter, who's, I believe, 17, just like Laurie Strode was in the original Halloween. They go to a Halloween dance, dress up, and she notices, oh, the boy's cheating on her, and then she's like, fuck off, and I'm stronger than that, and whatever. She splits, and you really never see the boyfriend again, or whatever. And so, from then on, she walks home with this other guy, and then boom, runs into Michael Myers, and then here's the third act. And, of course, they go to Laurie Strode's amazing hideout. Well, not her hideout. This is her home that she's made this, super superior security systems, cameras all over the place. Nobody's getting past Laurie Strode's compound, and that's what it is. It's a compound, and it's essentially what you find out is that this is a cage to get Michael, and basically a trap. And so what happens is, after Michael Myers gets shot a bunch of times, Laurie gets pushed off a balcony. I mean, I should also mention this. There are so many awesome Easter eggs to all the other Halloween films, not just the original. For example, I'll explain one. Towards the end of the film, what happens is Michael pushes Laurie off the balcony, and Michael turns around and then looks back, and Laurie's gone. And then you hear the da-da-da, the John Carpenter theme, just like in the original, when it's, I believe, Sam Lewis looks over and Michael Myers is gone. And I just thought it was really cool to pay homage to and the respects to the original by reversing that scene completely. So this time Laurie is essentially playing the shape. Obviously she's not evil or anything like that, but it's just really cool. You have to see it. From there, ends up getting Michael Myers in the trap, we'll say. And let's just say there is a fiery conclusion to the film. And I'll just say this. This movie is terrific. I'm just going to go with that. It's a terrific movie. Much better than any of the other sequels. It's too hard to compare to the second one. I know my cousin was telling me, I like the second one better, and it's tough. There are so many things that I love about the second one. I need to let this film marinate a little bit more, and maybe see it a couple more times. I think I've only seen it about twice now. And so I need to see it a couple more times before I get a clear picture of where this is going to rank amongst the all-time greats, right? So that's where I am now. I love this movie. I'm gonna give it a out of a star system. I'd probably say 4 out of 5 stars. And I hope you see it. It was amazing. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I hope you catch it, and let's chat about it. Right in the comment box below, write about what you thought about the movie. How many stars would you give it? Would you give it a rating out of 10 stars, 5 stars? Would you give it 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5? Did you hate this movie? Were there things that you loved but didn't like? Were there things that you liked but didn't love? Tell me about what you think in the comment box below. Also, like and share with your friends. This is my first, I didn't mention this yet, but this is my first movie review for this channel. I'm going to try to add some more. Hopefully you dig my viewpoints on film and whatnot. Yeah, so that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Take care.